T, I predict that the Brooklyn Nets will win the championship if Kevin Durant leads. If he puts on the Michael Jordan cap of leadership, the Kobe Bean Bryant cap of leadership, I'm talking Mike circa 1997-1998 season. I'm talking about Bean circa 2008-2009 season, where you really, really gotta you gotta lead these guys. You know what I'm saying? Well, you got a Dennis Rodman who got to be reeled in. When you got a disgruntled Scottie Pippen who missed half the season, but you gotta, bring him on back in because you got to make it through the playoffs. Where you got a Pau Gasol who's immensely talented, but in a still physical, well, not as physical as the late 90s, but more physical than today. All right. And so you got Powell, and he got to deal with the KGs of the world. And you just need him to be a little tougher. And you got Lamar Odom, who's just wildly talented, but he needs that big brother to kind of, give him that push. If KD does more than just be the walking bucket that he is at 7 feet tall with a crossover out this world, with a smooth ass jump shot, 50, 40, 90. If he leads to you, them motherfuckers gonna win the championship.
I have a problem with this, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because this show is called Put It On Something.
It is.
I'm not gonna sit here and let you make it with the if.
But I got okay.
No,
That's
tell
fair.
me,
That's fair.
tell me
That's
today.
fair. That's
tell
fair.
me today, because playoffs coming soon.
No, that's fair. That is very much fair. Okay, that's
because
fair.
I think KD will lead.
Can I?
I think he will. I don't think. I think, and this is why I say that. This is why I say that. I think he's gonna lead by way of. Okay. Shout out to the much beautiful, very beautiful Joy Taylor for this analogy. But I was just watching this early before we got on here. And she was talking about the Philly Brooklyn game the other night. Mm-hmm. And she was talking about the idea of a villain. And basically what the villain brings to a story. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, in some people's eyes, KD can come off like a villain in ways. But if I remember right, the Joker had his henchmen. Mm-hmm. All villains have their henchmen. Bane had his henchmen. Mm-hmm. The direct shot. So I think they are the black sheep of the league. And their record is deceiving because Kyrie ain't been there. Kyrie ain't been there for 3/4 of the year, whatever you want to call it.
If I'm not mistaken, shit, they were number one when KD got hurt and slid like a motherfucker.
Okay. Kyrie, I think they said he ain't playing but like 5 more games the rest of the way if they don't lift mandates and all this stuff, So Kyrie ain't got but 5 more days to go work. And here's KD in a primetime spot the other night against Philly, against Harden, against Embiid, and KD set the tone. If that is the KD I'm going to get here going forward, Giannis, you got problems. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying you can't handle them. I'm just saying you got problems. Mm-hmm. But I'm just putting you on the spot. Either you're going to tell me today, right now, today, on March the 12th, 13th, March 13th, my mama and my daddy's anniversary. Mm-hmm. 40 years of marriage. Mm-hmm. Committed to one another. Love one another.
Shout out.
You got to commit today.
Well, hold on. Before I get to that, let me explain why. Let me explain this first. I started to put this segment out last week before these boys even played.
Right.
It was on my show list. Fuck it. I filmed the segment. I filmed it.
Okay.
It's on my raw footage. You know what I'm talking about? I keep the raw footage off.
Yeah.
Filmed it and everything. chose not to put it out because I hadn't seen them play since the trade.
And look at God.
You know
Give
what I'm
you that
saying?
Philly game.
I hadn't seen them play since the trade, and I wanted to see what Seth Curry. I saw the highlights. I was seeing, okay, and I know what Seth Curry bring. I saw numbers. I was seeing Drummond, getting boards. But I wanted to put my eyes on the team first. And now I'm back looking like, damn, I wish I had put that motherfucker.
And you've been ahead.
Yeah, because people gonna think I'm reacting. No,
I get it.
I have the raw footage. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers got everything.
They got everything.
Cause Ben Simmons, when he comes back, if he comes back right up here, and this is what KD leadership, I'm gonna get it out there. I'm gonna wrap the bow around it. The bow gonna be KD leadership. But Ben Simmons in the damn Draymond Green role is way different from Ben Simmons having to be your number 2 option.
Right.
It's a drop in the expectations.
Okay.
Okay. It's a drop in the amount of energy that has to be exerted. He ain't got to exert as much.
No.
Some of these guys who play elite defense, we praise their defense. Some of these guys that play elite offense, that go one way, like we praise them so much, and we leave out the fact that part of the reason they got so much energy to go so stupid hard on that one end of the floor because they ain't giving you much on the other end. Again, that's what make two-way players so incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with Ben Simmons being able to just be a facilitator, and then if he give you 12, you're happy. You're happy. You take, or if he give you your 16, he been getting you 16. If he give you 16,
he ain't got to give you 16.
9 to 10 assists.
He ain't got to give you that.
But like he clamped up Trae Young in that game.
Yeah.
That game that he didn't make that layup.
Game 7.
Yeah. He clamped Trae. So can he not clamp up Drew Holiday?
Oh, easy.
Can he not clamp up Chris Middleton? Can he not clamp up Jimmy Buckets? And when I say clamp up America, okay, these are superstars in terms of, I don't know if Chris Middleton is a superstar. Yeah, I ain't gonna say that. These are great players. Okay. When I say clamp up, I mean, can he lower their shooting percentage? Hell yes. That dude is a clamp. Ben Simmons. So you got him in that role now. Then you got Seth Curry. Seth, once he finally found whatever it had, he's become a player in this league.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did.
He's become a player in this league. Drummond used to be the guy in Detroit.
You're saying what I wanted to say.
Drummond, the guy that used to go get you 5 or 6 offensive boards.
Do you understand how many All-Stars are on this team? Ooh. I'm counting 5 right now.
How many guys have made an All-Star
that have been made an All-Star team, but have been KD, the guy Kyrie, or a guy?
Ben Simmons, Drummond,
LaMarcus
Aldridge. Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of this.
But I've got Patty Mills.
Patty's a shooter. I don't think Patty's been an All-Star, but I mean,
no. I ain't talking about All-Star. I'm just talking about. I wasn't done naming the guys who can fucking hoop.
They do their job. They do their job.
Do their fucking job. Okay.
They do their job. Yes.
But then KD can be a two-way guy. We saw it in the playoffs last year. KD turned it on, was a two-way guy. Kyrie, we know he represents as an absolute bucket. Yep. Okay, now go ahead.
Well, this is all I'm saying. This is all I'm gonna say. The Nets are fooling America. They trying to fool America right now, but they ain't fooling the books because the books still got them as a favorite to win it. To win it all.
What we talk when we say heavy favorite?
When the East, top 5? When the East, no, I'm talking like. Okay, because everybody right now has got like plus 300 odds, plus 400 odds, whatever. And they're up there. I think they're like actually the favorite to still win the East. So you look at the record and you go, well, how is that so? Because Vegas ain't fooled by none of this. They going, okay, they gonna get it right. KD's in the mix, Kyrie's doing what he's doing. They've got the inside, they've got the interior. Because people ain't really highlighting like Nicholas Claxton. Very serviceable as a second string guy that can do things with his length and his athleticism. LaMarcus, you know what spot to get him the ball. You know what LaMarcus does when he gets spot in said ball. Ball in said spot. I'm sorry. You know all of that. So really and truly, I think KD has to he has to lead. I agree, but he's got to lead the way he led in Philly the other night. If he does that,
he set the tone.
He does that.
He set the tone. He can talk all this shit he wants to in the post game. It was just another game. He wanted to smoke.
If he does that, and he knows dang well there ain't nobody in the East that can deal with that. We seen him put Giannis on skates.
But here it is. And that's why I'm going to go ahead and give you what you want.
He ain't going to do it? That what you telling me? That what you telling me?
I would like to see it. But if I had to bet on it, I would say he ain't going to do it. And this is why. Because look at what he got to lead. Him leading means he got to make sure that he keep Ben Simmons right. Jordan and Pippen kept Rodman right. Jordan more so than Pippen. Okay? Jordan had to go get Rodman out that damn bed with Carmen Electra. Okay?
I'm kind of mad at Jordan for that. Let him lay there. But okay, that's neither. I'm just playing. But he was laying peacefully. That's all I'm gonna say. In Rodman's defense, he was peaceful. That's all I got to say on that.
Right or wrong, he went and got him.
He went and got him.
When it comes to Kyrie, we have a situation that Kobe and Mike didn't face with this vaccine type of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. But okay. Do you think it was a game maybe where them boy needed to take an injection?
All right, can I be slick controversial though?
To get out there?
Can I be slick controversial?
How so?
Okay. You think these boys smarter than us right now with this whole COVID thing? You think Kyrie is ahead of us on this curve?
I don't. But
do you think Kyrie is going? If we play more road games,
I think they've considered that,
and less home games. I'll be available.
I think they've considered that in them thinking, because with their talent level, especially when they had James, they probably were thinking this whole year. They thinking if we get on the road and we got our full squad, we ain't losing. They arrogant enough to think that. I believe that. But T, come on. Yo Heat.
They cooking right now.
You can't play them boy a week like that. That's what I'm saying. KD got to lead and maybe tell this man, look here, bro. We go ahead and knock this shit out. We saw these boys talking this shit. We seen how, for my legacy, for KD's legacy, in this same year, Brum doing all this scoring, he talking about he might win this scoring title, but his ass ain't finna make the playoffs. If I can win a championship I can win my third championship in the same year that he doesn't make the playoffs, that makes people start to talk differently about me in his era. You used to play with that man. Everybody was talking about he made you. If you can win a title without him, they talk about you differently. Mm-hmm. We see how James just dipped out on us and then went over here and said, I want to be with some guys who want to do whatever's necessary to win. That's a jab at us, Kyrie. If you just take this jab, just take the jab and let's go get this shit. Because I don't think that strategy will work against Heat. I just don't know if that strategy. That's a tough-minded team.
They are tough-minded. That would be.
I know that strategy ain't gonna work against the Bucks.
Them and the Bucks would be the two toughest. I'm gonna challenge. I'm gonna always continue to question Philly and with the two they got there, that duo, unless they get it right.
That strategy could probably work against Philly.
Okay, they could cook Philly.
It can work.
Now,
And look what I'm saying. Hold on, you agree too that even with the current status, with Kyrie won't be there for home games, they could win that series against Philly.
yeah, they could be Philly.
And that's so fucked up that I
No,
slick. No. It's fucked up that I slick kind of agree with you. Like I should
because we don't know what James is. We don't know
is on an all 75 team.
James Harden left and went to party with Lil Baby. Was it Lil Baby and Travis Scott?
On a day.
On a game. Okay. Do you think Bean is gonna play? Shit. Do you think Bean
getting shots up?
Do you think KD ain't going out nowhere? Some of these guys ain't going nowhere with nobody to be.
Hey. And I started to say this on the other segment, and I should have. When you brought up Russell Westbrook and some of the statements he was making about that Laker fans could be taken aback by. A lot of these guys are very comfortable in simply saying that, hey, it's just a game. I'm not tripping off of it. And they don't, and in the grand scheme of things, T, okay, cool. You know how everybody says leave your work at work. You know what I'm saying? You can't take your work home and all that kind of stuff. At the end of the day, this E-boy job. You know what I'm talking about? So in the grand scheme of things for the E-boy mental health, for LeBron will be giving a fuck. We lose. As long as he get his 25, 30. Anthony Davis don't give a damn. He over there just trying to get cute and shit. Russ telling us long as shit straight at the house. James telling us long as Lil Baby and Travis Scott love him, especially Lil Baby.
Move on. See, move on.
It ain't me. The Twitter done made these boys a married couple.
I get it.
Okay.
Well, then Daryl Morey need to fight for somebody.
Daryl Morey said, "Hold my bill." You right.
Daryl Morey need to come out and fight.
You right about that. You're right about that.
Was it Dolly Parton that said "Stand by your man"?
That might have been Dolly. Right, but these guys, bro, James did do that. James did that. Now maybe James was like, you know what? Maybe them boys were like, man, James, fuck that shit, man. Let go back there. Woo. You know, it's somebody's birthday. You know, and that matters more than that game. They like take your mind off that bullshit. It's how you gonna get right in the playoff. You know, maybe so. But the optics of that, you know, for a lot of Philly fans, these are Philly fans that say they booed Santa Claus.
Do you understand what the barbershop sounded like the next morning with them Philly fans, man?
That shit probably look
like yo, son, did you see Ben? Did you see homie James with Lil Baby and Travis Scott? Like what the fuck, B? Like just they might be cooking him the next day in them barbershop.
He gonna have to get it done.
He got to. You said you made the statement you want to play with guys that want to win. Was it? We say win the right way, or win?
Do whatever's necessary.
To win.
Something.
But James, hold on, James. Do you do what's necessary to win?
Hey, he also
we run your track record down.
They put the film out him running them stairs. So it's like he's trying to show folks that he's getting in shape, I guess. Maybe he's just trying to take his mind off stuff. I don't know. But
I bet you if he just shave his beard, everything be better.
That's just silly.
Maybe sometimes when you take that pressure off of here, it changes you. Like a lot more airflow, more aerodynamic. It's a lot better to get shots up and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Shut your mouth.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna say to you,
you know how I feel about them, boy.
KD once said he don't want to lead, he want to hoop. If he hadn't have said that, I might have put it on something and booked it.
I get you. Now I forgot about that statement. I did forget about that statement. That's true. But I think this time though is different. This is different for KD because right now KD's in the perfect spot. Because you know what they say about KD? They say KD's best player in basketball when healthy. So if KD just be healthy, he can be that. But there's always that addendum to KD that we always get every single time you bring KD up. When KD has cooked LeBron, it was never KD is that. It's always, well, KD got with Golden State. Or you know what I'm saying? It's always and something else with KD. It's never so this is his perfect chance right here to take it and go, this was me.
And it won't be versus LeBron, but it will be against, he'll probably have to go through the guy who I say is the best player in the world, and Giannis. If he knocks off Giannis,
I'll book this. If they're on opposite ends of the bracket, they will meet somehow. Somehow they will meet. If it's ECF, if it's Eastern Conference Finals, they're gonna meet. Either because that's just the way it's supposed to be, or the NBA wants it to be that way. However you want to do it.
There you go.
However you want to do it. The NBA wants this. You know it. You know it just as well as I do.
They probably will want it.
They want this.
No, I think they want them in Philly more.
No.
Oh, yeah. That's smoke. No. Yeah, they want them in Philly.
The toe on the line. The toe on the line. The KD toe.
A New York City-based team versus a Philadelphia team. James Harden is
if that was the case, Doc should have been got him there. Was that Doc? Who is that? Not Doc. Brett Brown. Brett should have been got him there. What's his name? Brett Brown?
Yeah.
So see, he'd have been the other Brown in Philly.
They want the league. If the league were gonna do some funny business, it'd be
you
just saw the smoke.
But the sexy series was Bucks Brooklyn. Milwaukee Brooklyn. Yeah, it was.
They sexy enough. Because these folks don't give Giannis his credit. They don't. Folks telling me the other day, some poll talking about all these different people who are more marketable than Giannis.
Who said that?
There was some poll they had.
You gotta tell me that off camera, man.
I look it up, but
they need that. They need this.
Okay, but we know Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday ain't marketable as James Harden and Joel Embiid.
I get it. But James ain't getting there. James ain't going. And Joel been better doing it by itself than Daryl Morey having James come in. It'd be better if Joel just did it by itself.
We gonna see. Well, that's what I got, America. That's what I'm predicting. I'm saying if
that ain't a book.
Durant will. No, I ain't gonna book this one. I ain't putting my reputation on line with them. But if KD will lead, they'll win it. But it's a big if for me when it comes to KD leadership. Put it on some. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.